Hey everyone, my name's Spudset, and today, welcome to the Chilling Wargamers, where we'll be talking about everything to do with wargaming. And today we have my co-host, Mr. Andy 2D6.
Hello there.
How are you today, young sir?
I am quite wonderful today, fellow young sir. In fact,
Excellent.
it could be argued that I'm looking far more manly than you are today, with
We're
this
not even
current
going
crop
there.
of facial hair that's going on here. Don't make me give you front row seats to the gun show, Spud.
Alright, moving on swiftly. Today we have Miss Dreddy Gloomy Gaming.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
You'll get
I'm
that right
here.
one day.
It's gloom ready. You say gloomy ready.
Dreddy
Which
Gloomy
works.
Dreddy.
That's alright.
There's
I
another
don't care.
YouTube channel called Gloomy Dready Gaming that's got about 1 million subscribers now because of Spud.
Yeah, I bet.
I just can't help it with my names. And then today we've got Mr. Elsa Nation. Welcome, young sir.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going?
I'm good, thank you.
Are you much better now after last week?
Yeah, I was proper feeling pasty last week, so yeah, I'm feeling good now.
That's what you get for painting all those models all the time.
Yeah, yeah, exhaustion,
Exhaustion, overtraining, overpainting,
overpainting training.
overpainting, training, painting.
Yeah.
Wow. And then today, our special guest, top artist and miniature painting, Miss Shoshie. Shoshie.
Close.
Hello.
Close.
How is it
Hello.
going?
Good.
Welcome to the show of professionalism.
Yes, I can
And
tell.
I've been practicing Shoshie's name for approximately about 3 weeks now, and I still got it wrong.
Shoshie.
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 So, for those people that don't know who you are in the wargaming community, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Okay, I'm a professional miniature painter, but I'm also a gamer. I play War Machine and Hordes, and I have not played any kind of Warhammer ever, and I've only probably painted one Nurgle ever, and that's it. But I'm very active in the War Machine Hordes community, and I admin the War Machine Hordes painting group on Facebook, and that's getting really popular really quickly. So
Now, just to clarify, you painted one Nurgle model,
I just
not
want to
one,
say
not one
one
Nurgle anything else.
Nurgle a long time ago.
it's like when you say that, it's like someone saying, like I just painted one horse at some point. Like,
I didn't know. I thought it was called a Nurgle. I didn't know.
there's a section is Nurgle. There's a lot
Yeah.
in it, so
One creature with a lot of warts and sores.
right.
That
I
sounds
actually collect that stuff. The showcase
Because
full
you're
of it.
actually starting to paint some 30k at the moment, aren't you? It's your first journey into the 30k area.
Me?
Yeah, is it full Grim Kalga you're painting?
I'm painting the Horus.
Horus
Horus.
Manus.
Horus Manus.
Yeah, I know.
He's the brother of Ferrus Manus.
Yeah.
He actually is. It's true.
Yep. She's going to paint both shoulder pads a different colour.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna copy somebody else's. I have this little picture right here. I'm gonna just copy
I see
that.
the original
The black
artwork.
armor. Yeah, it's for a charity.
Oh, so what charity is that for?
I will have to get that name and remember it for you.
Most of your
It's a-
painting is a high kind of display kind of standard, isn't it, rather than just your old crusty tabletop standard.
I would consider it display to high tabletop. Yeah, and I don't like painting units. So people who come to me with like, "Oh, can you paint my Warhammer army?" It's usually like, I don't think that I would do that for less than this big chunk of money. And then they're like, that's okay.
Yeah, it wrecks your life when you do
Yeah,
that. You paint a
I
billion models. It's just, yeah.
Idredi's still having Vietnam-like flashbacks
I
over that
still do.
Necron commission.
Necrons. Yes.
Oh god, yeah.
Somebody asked me to paint some Necrons once, and I thought about it because it looked like it would be not too difficult, They just wanted it like kind of spray painted and then, some glowing eyes and weapons, and that
Alright.
seemed easy, but they didn't like my price for that either.
It still work, even when it's simple effects, it still work, and people often don't realize how much time it consumes to paint stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I have lots of War Machine figures I'm doing. So that they have, I don't know, the casters. I like to paint the casters, and I like to paint the jacks. And I play oh, that's the other thing. I play War Machine and Hordes also, and I play Circle. So I have a whole small army of my own, although it's not really getting painted very quickly with all the commissions that I have.
Are you mostly playing goat people, or is there also other stuff in your
My
hordes
Shall
army?
I just get technical and tell people like what exactly I'm doing? Because
Yeah,
I
okay.
I'm
play
sure someone out there will understand it.
E-Kaya and P-Kaya, and she's a caster that runs a lot of beasts, and that's because I don't like painting infantry, and so with her lists, I don't have to play any infantry if I don't want to, which is awesome. The trouble with my faction is that it's a very, very high learning curve, and so I've been, having to take a lot of hits and get beat a lot. And as a newbie, that's hard at first, but now I'm finally starting to win. And one of my probably favorite wins that I had was we played 2 battle boxes, which is the starter sets, against each other, and I beat my opponent with sorry, it was a little bit more than the starter set. It was about 30 points, but I beat my opponent with a griffin, which is nicknamed the Quicken Chicken.
Like literally? Like you took that model and bashed him in the head with
No, no.
it?
It was the caster was assassinated, and so if your caster gets assassinated, the game is over and you win. Right? And so I was able to assassinate his caster with a bird that's called the Quicken Chicken, which was pretty satisfying.
I'm pretty sure we all heard of Peakai, though, that little yellow furry thing that fires lightning.
Yeah, I actually had a circle army myself at some point, so I know how it is.
Yeah,
Learning curve and all, yeah.
it's hard.
So, how long have you been painting miniatures for?
I started painting in probably 1992, and I went to a gaming convention and they had a speed painting contest, and I was the fastest painter that painted in the best painter in the fastest time. And of course, the prize is another miniature. So then I had to go get some paints and things for it, and that was all I did for like a long time. And then my husband, who was then my boyfriend, wanted to get me into a game. He was playing Mech Warrior. Have you ever heard of Mech Warrior?
Yes.
Okay. So he was really into Mech Warrior, and I was not interested in Mech Warrior at all because it just did not look appealing to me. And War Machine and Hordes was actually War Machine. It was before Hordes was just coming out, and he went ahead and bought me my first few models, and that's how I got in, and I got started painting in that, and people in the store started asking me to paint for them. And then I quit War Machine and Hordes for a while when Mark II came out, which is the second expansion, and just last year got back into it, and I've been doing it full speed ahead.
You have been some kind of artist for a very long time, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I am a fine art watercolor painter, and I've been doing that professionally since 2006. So, was it last summer? Last summer, my gallery had closed, and I was considering trying to look for another gallery, which means I had to build a new body of artwork. So I rented a studio and was all set to do that, and I got the Reaper Kickstarter. I don't know if you'd heard of that. With all those plastic models, and I got really distracted by that, painting models, and people were really liking them. So I made my Facebook page, Shoshie's Magnificent Miniatures. It was kind of a joke to start because I wanted to keep my miniatures separate from my watercolors. And basically, I just never went back to watercolor. Kept doing it, and Shoshie's Magnificent Miniatures now has like 1,500 likes, and it's getting really popular.
So,
And I'm loving it. I love it. Like it's like I married my art self and my geek self together, and it's the perfect match.
to an amateur like me, the difference between watercolor and miniatures would be, okay, here's watercolor with the paintbrush there,
Mhm.
and then with miniatures, it's
Okay.
suddenly you're painting along bumpier lines than before.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a bit more to it than that. So what are the main differences?
I think honestly though that watercolor really lends itself to miniatures because if you basically shrink everything, all the techniques I learned in watercolor down, they're the same. The layering, I mean, what we call a glaze, watercolorists call a wash. It's
Right.
different terms, but they're the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I do things called controlled washes, so that would be similar to taking water and putting it on a miniature and then adding a little bit of ink, and then the surface tension holds that ink in place, right? That's what I would call a controlled wash on a watercolor, where I would do that. And then there's wet and wet, which is when you are blending paint that's already wet into another color of paint that's already wet.
Do you have dry brushing in?
Yes.
watercolors?
Not.
Dry brushing comes up every single episode.
Yeah. In watercolor, dry brushing it's not used that much really. But you would use it for like if you wanted to paint something with texture, or like maybe some grass, you know, and you
Yeah.
might use like a fan brush to do it. I don't know if I have any. I don't have any fan brushes, but a fan brush would be like, you know, something splayed out,
Yeah.
and you would.
Do you use airbrushes in watercolors?
I don't. I never did. I was very traditional in my watercolors. In fact, I would never use white. You're supposed to use the white of your paper. Never use black. You mix burnt umber and what was it, like a ultramarine blue or something like that together to get your darkest colors.
Yeah.
The other difference I would say is with acrylics, which is what we're using for miniatures, you often are painting from dark to light. And with watercolors, you're leaving the white of the paper and you're painting basically from light to dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So that's a big switch for me.
So that's like if you prime something black, or you prime something white.
It's more like if you prime something white and
Yeah.
you're leaving the white of the primer to kind of show through.
Ah, okay.
That would be the closest thing, yeah.
If you were to use actual white paint in watercolors, would you be shunned by the community?
It depends. It's not called watercolor. Once you add white, it's called gouache. And yeah, there are art snobs in the fine art community that don't consider that watercolor. And but I would always label it when I did use white in my paintings. I would always let people know so that I wasn't misrepresenting.
So, to be honest, both communities are exactly the same. It's pretty crazy.
Very similar, yep. Very similar.
It's not just art though. All communities are very similar in
Yeah.
certain ways. People get a bit fanatical over certain techniques, whatever you're doing. I'm sure there's car mechanics out there that just snub a particular way of doing things that some people
Mhm.
do.
Like fishing, like if you use like a normal rod, like you're like respected. But if you use one of those poles, you're like proper shunned because they call it cheating, even though it's the same thing.
Yeah.
The only difference is instead of pulling it up like this and fighting with it, you just go like this and pull it in.
Right.
There's really no difference.
I got some funny looks when I went down to the riverbank with my trawler net.
The one thing that I take away from the fine art community, I had some really good teachers. I had a teacher that was extremely traditional, and he would say you can only use Arches watercolor paper. It has to be at least 140 pounds, and you can only use artist grade pigments and and such and such. But then I had another teacher that was the complete opposite. And he would say, I don't care if you paint on a paper bag. And he's like, I like the slurpy, sloppy watercolor, whereas the other guy liked really photorealistic. And so one thing I just learned from both of them is that it kind of anything goes, and I know that a lot of people don't agree with this in the miniature community, but I actually think there's a place for dry brushing and washes.
Yeah,
And
I think
yay,
every
yes.
technique has its place. It's true.
I was really shocked the very first time I posted something on Facebook that was like a commission. I had done this 9-foot tall, 9-inch tall Cthulhu, and I dry brushed the crap out of that thing. I mean, it had really like chitinous plates and really like leathery skin, and it needed that to get that texture to show. And so when I posted it, people were like, "Is it dry brushed?" And I was like, "Yeah. Why wouldn't you dry brush it?
Suddenly
Yeah.
everybody's.
Oh well, I don't use dry brush. That's an amateur technique.
Yeah, there is no amateur technique, so like every technique has its place, and it can be mastered and brought to a level where it's just getting the work done and the right effect. So
Exactly. I know some of the
yeah.
top professionals have told me that they use dry brush and they have won competitions with things that had dry brush.
Yeah, it's a really weird kind of elitist thinking just to say like, "Ugh, I don't dry brush anymore. I have an airbrush. I just throw my airbrush like at my model and it's done. Look at it."
Yeah. I
And,
really don't get the people that say the airbrush is cheating either, because I've been just starting to learn to use one, and it's every time you learn a new tool, you're starting completely over, and it's not easy to master, and it takes a lot of time to look like it. If it looks like you're cheating with an airbrush, then you took a long time to figure out how to make it look like that.
yes, or you have really weird romantic preferences.
I wish I
if you
could cheat
use
that
an
good,
If the competition is the International Bristle Brush Painting Championship and you use an airbrush, then yes, you're cheating. But I'm sure, I don't think any of them really specify that.
No.
So
Right.
why shouldn't you just do whatever works?
Do what works.
I
Then
have,
10, 20 years ago, they're going to have other stuff that's going to be out there that people are going to say, oh, you can't
Unless
do that.
you're using performance-enhancing drugs for your painting. That's going to be the next big controversial topic, I think.
Like what, please?
People taking like pills to stay up late the night before.
We're doing
Yeah.
that already.
Things that enhance your concentration so you can zone right in on it with your eyes without a magnifying glass. I'm telling you, that's where it's going. So much money into this hobby now.
Yeah, there were loads of like Wargamers at protein shops. And then they're just like obviously just going in and buying loads of like fat.
they just look like Popeye, massive arms, like.
Going up to the counter, okay, now I've seen all this stuff. Where do you keep the good stuff?
Yeah.
There you go.
I need to stay away for 3 days to paint my golden D miniature. Now give me it. Yeah.
He reaches under the counter and just brings up a little brown paper bag, hands it to him. Money's
And then,
exchanged. Sits in the inside coat pocket.
You know what? What I'd actually like to see, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'd really like to see miniature painting go to the fine art level. And I know that might sound really, blasphemous. I don't know, but I really think that it's possible with the internet now. We might be so niche, but I think that there's if we told stories with miniatures in a way that captured people, I think that could become an art form in itself, and I think it's moving toward that a little bit, especially in Europe.
It already has. There's a couple of brothers called the Chapman brothers, and they did I think it was called Holocaust, or no, it was called Hell,
Mm.
Oh yeah, I've seen
I
that.
think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw it in the Sarge gallery, and it's like a giant thing, and loads of miniatures. It's proper intense and a bit like it'll give you nightmares sort of looking at it.
Right.
But that's all miniature stuff.
Didn't they burn it though? In the end?
I don't know. What are you doing?
It's my original Forge World pipette. I'm just like showing it on camera so I get my money's worth. The unicorn. I'm the Forge World unicorn now.
I have a non-Forge World one.
Mine is obviously not from Forge
Yeah.
World. It's like a
Mine is
one.
a recast.
Oh no. Oh, look at you guys all getting your pipettes out. Oh, I've just got mine. Oh, I'd always spud on and got one.
That's not.
This is what I'm missing, you see. This is what's happening to me. All you guys got these secrets with pipettes and your special glues and your water-based paint colours. And there's me here. Using Games Workshop paints and broken toad brushes. This is just, it's not even fair. I don't even like wargaming anymore.
But I can let you in on a little secret now. The finest wet palette you can actually use during the summer is to just get a slightly overweight individual and just get them to sit next to you, kind of in that position, and mount the palette onto the armpits. Yes, human armpit sweat is actually far superior to using water when it comes to keeping paint moist.
No, I have to disagree with you. From the watercolor standpoint, all of the salt and minerals in the sweat are going to cause the paint to react differently on your miniature.
That's what you want.
There's also other places at the human body that can be quite moist and be used for that.
Oh, that's a new level of wrong, dude. Even thinking that. It's like.
I don't know what you guys are thinking. You might have really dirty minds.
Trains.
Trains, yes.
Trains. Oh yeah,
That's our safe word, is train.
Shoshie.
It's safe words trains. So if you think it's going totally off topic, you just shout trains. And everyone was like, and then you will just. So say Andy's talking about his armpit hair. You can say like trains, and we'll go. And then the Space Marine fired his bolt gun, and then totally just changed.
Trains. Yes.
Yeah.
Safe word.
Andy has his gnome out.
I beg your pardon.
Trains. Elston's got a real.
Trains.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, I'm blushing. No, that's bad.
Okay, let's bring it back on topic. So for all the people who don't have any clue on commission painting and they don't understand why it costs so much, how long do you think it would take you to paint something on like a 40mm base?
Okay, this is what I tell people. I say that it takes me all my life up until that point to get that good to paint that mini. So you're not just paying for those hours that I'm painting that mini. You're paying for my university degree in art. Okay. You're paying for all of the years as a self-employed fine artist that I was.
Fair enough.
You're also paying, you're paying for my knowledge as someone who's going to research your model and make sure the colors look exactly the way you want them. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, there is way more to it. I mean, I'm a businesswoman too, so you're paying a professional.
Yeah.
You know, and I expect to be treated like one.
Also, Shoshie has hired me for Adepticon for personal security, so see,
there you go.
I'm not cheap per day, you know, especially we've been contracting, and it's going to be worth it. It's going to be good.
It'll be good. I need a chaperone because there's a lot of people at those things.
Lots of heavy breathing.
I'm wondering what's going on. I wonder what's going on with Dreddy. There's some strange stuff going on Dreddy's screen at the moment. Well,
I just found my bases. I mean, no, I will just like have a little nap. I will paint eyeballs on this, and then I will just sit here.
Dreddy's getting bored.
Next evolutionary step already, and started taking drugs. So
I wonder if we could do that actually. If we could convince a guest that we were all awake the whole time when really we were all asleep. We need to find someone who could just talk non-stop without any of our input for an hour, though.
Yeah, that guy that's
Dreddy, you should ask me a question that you're interested in knowing about.
We have talked so much already, but
The
But
world didn't see it though.
what's something that you found that was interesting about me that you think that your chillers would want to know? I'll interview you. We'll switch it.
Switch it.
Well, that's how would you like sum up your experience as a female wargamer in a male-dominated hobby, in the like playing wise and commission wise, just the whole experience? How would you sum that up?
I use my powers for good.
Okay.
That's how I would say it. No, I mean, I think as a female player, I don't know, I think the guys in my store are awesome, and they're very helpful, and they're really patient with me. I still have trouble like adding my dice together in my head, so they do it for me. Yeah, I'm not a big rules person, because there's always a guy in the store that is like a walking rule book, right?
Right.
So I don't feel like a huge urge to know all the rules when there's somebody else that knows them better for me.
Right. Did you ever have an experience with a real dick in some way?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't say that just very aggressive people who like, they almost play like their tournament, you know? They'll be like, okay, I do this, I do that, and I'd hit, and then now it's your turn. And
There's
I'm like,
some of those in War Machine.
whoa.
Because it has a really competitive tone to it, like the whole community. So
yeah. The theme, like I guess one of the catchphrases that War Machine uses is "play like you got a pair," and it works. Like if you are really aggressive in that game, you do better. And
I think they mean it more like don't be whiny when you stuff dice, don't be a dick to players. I think it's more in that context than playing aggressive. It's like play with your strategy, but don't be a dick, pretty much.
Maybe.
Now, this question could apply to all the females out there in the world, but do you find it easier as a female to be accepted and respected as an artist than a gamer? Because art is considered stereotypically more of a girl kind of domain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think that always is the case. I've had lots of times when painters who have less ability tell me how to do something.
Right.
You know, and then you should do this and that because, you know, that's what I was told to do. Or I think that I'm still, you know, I ignore it most of the time. I mean, I usually take criticism really well. I mean, when you go through art school, you're told horrible things about yourself.
I remember that was brutal times. It's like, that's not very good. Like, I've just spent 20 hours doing that.
Yeah, I had a teacher once tell me that over here is all the good, you know, wonderful art, and over here, as Beavis and Butthead would say, and if you know that cartoon, it means that my stuff sucked.
Right.
So I got actually told that by a professor.
Yeah.
So, you know, you develop thick skin, rather, and so, but I do think that happens more to the female painters. Now, on the flip side of that, because guys like giving and I'm being sexist here, but guys like giving advice, and because of that, if I need help with something, it's really easy to get.
Yeah,
So
true.
it's a catch-22. So, you know, on the one hand, I might not be seen as more, you know, taken seriously on some things, or in my opinion, won't be taken. I've had other people ask some of my male painter friends questions that I've already told them the same answer to, but they didn't listen to me. I've had that happen too.
I'm just going to say, probably out of all the top figure painters, with ones that I might not know off what I could name, I would say it's a 50-50 split between men and women. Just saying.
Yeah.
If you look at
definitely.
If you look at Adept Combat top 10, majority of those are women.
Yeah, there's a lot.
All placed.
I think especially in the U.S., there's a very large majority of highly talented women.
I can name 4 just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
ones that I don't actually
Easily.
know either. So.
Easily.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
they're,
in
they're
our club, like I'm the painting person mostly, so I didn't really have that experience. It's mostly these days that when people want to know something about how to paint something, they ask me, and I rarely have someone just be a dick about it, or I don't know. So
people
I would just
rarely
be
ask
like
me
this.
game questions, that's for sure. They rarely ask me about tactics or anything like that.
Yeah, that's definitely. Even I know that probably from a male point, they'd never ask that. I would be really bothered, but I know like other men
Yeah.
just like, I'm too manly to ask somebody about tactics.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's just how you're playing it really as well. Like I just don't care.
There's
Mhm.
I'm a
backseat
tactical
gamers, though.
genius.
There's a kind of backseat gamer that will stand behind you in a game and just start playing the game for you, and you just have to like physically like shove them away.
What's worse though, the people that
Yeah.
actually tell you what to do, or whenever you start making a move, the people that just go, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When you tell
Why
them
do
to
you
shut
do
up
that?
and they do that, yeah.
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 I do that just to wind people up.
I don't really have that happen in my local store too much, so.
Ooh, I won't do that. That's a very big trap. That you're gonna fall into that one.
Ooh,
Especially if I'm playing against
you sure you're going to do that? Just look at that.
Especially if I'm gonna play against Andy. Ooh,
That's
Andy,
actually
no,
a really good
no.
strategy, though, to get somebody to second guess their game. You know? I mean, and I don't know about you, but in War Machine and Hordes, if you can throw somebody off their mental game, they will probably lose the game. It doesn't matter if they're a really good player or not. If you
Sounds
can,
like War Machine. I should play War Machine.
I think you might like it. When you come to Adepticon, I'll bring in my Trollbloods battle box, and you would totally love the Troll box. They have kilts. They have kilts.
The thing with Spud, the less he knows the rules, the higher his win rate usually is for some reason.
Yeah.
So I think if he just went in and started playing War Machine with no knowledge at all and just crushed everyone, I think he'd just carve the community apart.
Or go to a War Machine tournament and
Probably, yeah.
Adepticon and just win it. And then I'm
That'd
just
be-
like, my name's Spudset, and I don't even know what this is called. This is called a Diplodocus for like I win.
Yeah, this Trollblood's name is Horus Manus.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Oh, well sick. There's no you're gonna do it.
Would anyone like to hazard a guess as to who has been filling up the comments section on this video?
I bet it's not Green
Dark Sphere 65.
I have no idea,
It
because I
is
don't know
Graham
your
Collins.
audience.
Deep Base 75. Where are you?
Yeah, Deep Base 75 has just abandoned us forever, I think.
What a nice guy you are as
Ever
well.
since I became co-host, I just put him
Uh-oh.
off for life.
Oh, Deep Base.
It's because of the pipettes.
It was long before. We lost other people after the Pipettes, but Deep Base left us a long time ago.
Yeah.
to Pipette Gate.
Graham Collins saying that art is subjective and what's important is the outcome, not the journey. How you get there is unimportant.
I agree.
Big words.
Very wise words.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think in a lot of, at least the American competitions that I've been involved in, it's kind of the opposite. It's like it's all technique, and the story is good and it makes an impression, but, I mean, if you've got bad blending, you're out.
Yep.
Looks good, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
And apparently, painting is my life is a user who's commented on this video, and he says that I look like somebody named Greyjoy.
Oh my god, yeah.
Look like Theon Greyjoy.
Oh, you do?
says.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
who
can
that
see
is.
that
though.
as
I
well.
have no idea
Oh, but-
what that is.
Yeah. Andy doesn't watch Game of Thrones, he's not cool.
Is it
Oh,
is it a devilishly handsome person?
No, he has his dick chopped off.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I think if you knew more about him, you'd probably say trains.
I'm just so happy about
Trains.
it.
Trains.
Trains.
Oh dear.
I'll have to remember never to watch that.
Yeah.
I have a question. Since you're in the professional community, do you find that everyone's keeping a closer eye on you? So if they judge your work a lot more than they would if, for example, they looked at just a tabletop painter. They just go, oh yeah, that's a tabletop. If they look at yours, do they like overanalyze it sometimes? Do you ever find that at all?
No, think it's because of the way I approach my followers. I consider myself one of them, and I don't I consider myself a professional, sure, but at the same time, I'm learning, just along with, I will listen to them. If they give me advice, sometimes I will, look at something and say, okay, I could see where you'd say that, or somebody just recently said, you need to do something more with the basing, and I was like, that's true. So I think that if no, I don't think they overanalyze. If anything, they're trying to help me. I mean, they get really excited when I do something really good, and they encourage me, and I think it's just like a symbiotic relationship, if anything.
If you're any kind of artist, you should be learning something new every day anyway, shouldn't you?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Not just in painting either, just words.
Yeah.
Like
And I even
simple
learn
words.
more from my mistakes. I mean, I'm painting this little demon lady, and I started her out with some pinks and purples on her skirt, and then the client sent me a note and said, "Oh yeah, it's supposed to be black," and I was like, "Oh, okay, so quick fix." But the underpainting actually made some really nice highlights, and so it was, even though it was a mistake, the fact that I fixed it, it looks even better than if I would have just started painting it black.
If you never make mistakes, that means you're playing it safe, and there's a ceiling that you'll hit with that attitude.
Yeah.
If you take risks, that's the only way you can actually get through it, but you are going to make mistakes along the way.
I agree, and I also don't strip models if I can help it ever, because as a watercolorist, you have to learn to roll with mistakes all the time, because otherwise you're going to waste a $14 piece of paper,
Yeah.
So even in my models, if I've already messed something up, I'll just keep working on it and push through, and most of the time it turns out even better than if I hadn't made the mistake ever.
Just when you're painting Horace Ferris, whatever his name is, just
Horace.
Frere Rocher.
if you do a mistake on that, don't post that picture, or you will be the most hated person in the world.
I will make sure to send you guys pictures before I post it to the world, so that way you guys can fact check everything for me.
We're the guys in the middle.
Yeah.
We're like the Matrix. Like,
Yes.
If we approve it, then the world are going to be all right with it.
Yeah, it's totally
Okay.
fine. It's just we're just a walk. We're quite a comfortable safety blanket,
Once it's got the Chilling Wargamers stamp of approval, that seal of quality on it, then no one will question it.
Literally,
Great.
just sell it for triple. Like you were saying that you had 1,500 people and it were growing. By the end of this show, you'll definitely have 2,000.
Aw, that would be cool.
That's only because I paid for advertisement, though. I didn't
Well, chillers are welcome over on my page too. So I'm definitely a big fan of your guys' show. So
The world is full of chillers nowadays.
It is.
We can't even move without running into people wearing all our Chilling Wargamers merchandise, can we?
I know. Oh, on that note as well, I sent the logo to his new printer person. Yeah. Oh, God, I'm so rubbish with words. Why do I even think this? I don't get it.
you got a new T-shirt? Is that what you're trying to say?
I've sent it to the printers, the logo to the printers, and yeah, hopefully I should get it next, like the first official one will be coming to me, and then I'll be chiseling it. I mean, wearing it and take a photo, and then people can buy hundreds of them. Then
That's cool.
It's going to be
awesome.
emotional. No
If that goes
thong. No
well.
thong in this particular run, though.
Trains. What we'll do is we're gonna probably after the T-shirt, after we've sold 1,000 copies of that, we're probably gonna move over to hoodies because there's only one Chilling Wargamer official hoodie in the entire world.
Yeah, but we did run into him just randomly.
Yeah, we're
at
running.
KFC.
Right. Well, we're not even kidding, Shoshie, right?
Shoshie. Yeah.
Shoshie, obviously.
There you go.
We were going to a convention and all of us were in a car, obviously, and we went to this, like, you call them service stations, gas stations.
Gas
And
stations.
we got to this gas station and we're all getting us dinner, and then a guy with a Chilling Wargamers hoodie walked in, and we didn't actually know. It was just a random time,
Oh,
random thing. And it was
man.
like, this is well freaky.
It wasn't even
No,
going to the same
it's really
convention that
cool.
we were.
Not even going. Yeah, I won't go into Suari. You have to go to a shoulder pad weekend, and it was just mental. It was so exciting. So yeah, we'll
That's
get
really
some
cool.
hoodies as well. Hopefully, I want zip hoodies because I like zip hoodies. I think they're sick.
Yeah.
If we do an
Okay.
orange one, I would definitely consider modelling one of those around about the place.
We'll do a limited one for Andy.
A limited Andy orange shirt.
I don't want
Andy-
everyone to
Andy
be
is-
wearing orange though,
yeah,
because it's
Andy
my
is
brand.
Yeah, I can't see many people buying them. Maybe 100 people, not 1,000 though.
I don't know.
We'll have a limited 100 Andy prints. We could have the Chilling Wargamers logo and then just a picture of your eyebrow, like just eyebrows there. If you press the button, they actually move up and down as well.
That'd be a good idea, actually. No, depending
That's
which way
cool.
you look at it, like when a painting, the eyes follow you around the room.
Yeah, and
Like
then
the
you have,
eyebrows follow you.
and then in your pockets you have like mint balls and just things that Andy would eat. You could send like an Andy survival pack, so you
Yeah,
could send
actually,
like a Man City season ticket, and this orange jumper, some eyebrow trimmers,
Ah.
plain chicken breasts.
they're not plain. They have soy sauce and ginger on them.
Oh, I ain't finished yet. Chill out, mate. God, attitude on this guy. I can tell he only got 8 hours sleep last night. Yeah, soy sauce with ginger in it, and that's it.
There you go.
Some orange ties.
Also, I didn't take any of Uncle Joe's mint balls to Adepticon, the most
Wow.
recent one. I took jelly babies though.
Yeah,
Cool.
I love jelly babies. They're amazing.
Now,
Trained.
as is the current tradition on Chilling Wargamers, does anyone have any new releases or rumours they want to share?
I've got a rumour. New Spaceman's coming out
That's not a rumour.
next.
That's happened.
They're already out.
Space. It shows you how much research did on that one. So new Spaceman's out. They're so different that they actually look exactly the same as the other ones.
Yeah.
So go out
That's
and
true.
buy all them Space Marines because they look sick.
I'm sure Andy's going to be intrigued by the new Dark Angels rumor. Well, it's not really a rumor; they're on their way, basically. So.
Yeah, they're on the way as well. Aren't they?
Yep. Look at that.
Oh, look at this guy! He's like he's done his research.
Boom.
Done some homework.
Yeah.
Quite an interesting piece of art.
With their Primarch, Angron L. Johnson.
That looks
Yeah,
like
that's the one.
doesn't it? That
What's
actually
the
looks
story
like
with the Warhammer Fantasy? It's still on kind of hold.
Yeah, we still
July.
don't know exactly.
July. I'm really excited about it, man. I don't even collect it. I'm just really excited.
Well, I can tell you the current fantasy
I'm gonna go to the
rumours.
Games Workshop and queue outside for people to go in and see what actually has happened and watch them cry.
The current fantasy rumours are
Amazing.
that it's not exactly a skirmish game. You can still take units in it. But they behave very differently, and apparently all the current stat lines are totally wiped out, and it's totally different rules, nothing like 40k anymore.
Yeah, people are just told to play Kings of War now. Pretty
From
much.
what the rumours say, it actually sounds a lot more like Kings of War than it does Warhammer,
Wow.
which is weird, except more character heavy.
Yeah.
Obviously, because they've got the big giant 70-pound Nagash models that they obviously need to sell, so...
I want to do 40k again because I'm pretty bored of just like everyone else having fun, and then I'm just at home on my own. But so I'll just click on your face.
More leaked Dark Angels, but the thing is, barely any of them actually look new.
Yeah, they look all exactly the same. They're just-
Apart from that, I think that one chaplain looks new on the right.
oh yeah, he's one of the the special character one that they brought out is just a new one of them, but no one cares about that anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking of doing 40k. I'm actually getting some sent over, hopefully next week or two. So yeah, quite an emotional roller coaster, as Andy would
What
say.
will you be starting? What kind of army?
Ooh, should I tell the people or not?
Yeah, go on.
Look how emotional I am about this.
I can see I can feel the ladies getting so excited. The 3% of our viewership, yeah. Anyway, trades. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, Tau.
Right, the fish
Right,
man.
don't get too excited.
Future Fishmen. Are you going to get any Kroot?
Actually, check it. Yeah, he's going to send some Fire Warriors and some of the leftover crew. So I'm going to have some of them as well. So I'm going to have
Kroot
some
leftovers? So it's just like their legs.
Yeah.
It
I don't even care
sounds
if
like
they're good.
just
I
cool.
think they look cool, mate, and that's just me. I don't know. I
Oh,
like all the
oh,
giant
cool.
monster things. That's all the giant monster. I really hurt my elbow then. The giant chicken things.
Riptides.
Really hurt that. No, the giant chicken, Narlox.
Ooh, Narlox.
Yeah. They look like T-Rexes, but with beaks. They look okay.
Crew, they are a
Those
little
look
bit.
cool. That
they're
sound
like,
neat.
They're like predators mixed with birds, kind of, aren't they?
Chickens. Yeah, they're sick.
Yeah, chicken predators. Let's go with that.
Well, good. I used to have a crew army, but then obviously I just got bored and sold it. It's not like me. What I'm thinking of doing is getting like a tower army, building it, painting it, doing my videos and everything for it, doing a few battle reports, getting bored of it, actually selling it, and then buying a new army, building it, selling it, and I'm gonna call it like Wargaming recycling something, Spuds recycling Wargaming challenge.
So what you have the recycling logo, the little arrows that go around in a triangle, but you put your head on it and then you animate it so it's going round the triangle.
Yeah,
With a
exactly
big
like
smile on
that.
your face, like that actually.
Yeah, all the way around, and then just doing that all the time and see it, and then like actually videoing like eBay auctions and me swearing at my computer and stuff.
You won't
think
get
it would
anywhere
be
with that. I did it for like, I don't know, I did it forever, just getting a 40k army, painting it, getting sick of it, selling it, getting a new one, and so
I don't think eBay is
has
any
been
good
my
for that
life.
kind of thing now, though.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Ever since everything went to buy it now instead of auction, it's hard to get anything for a good price now.
My armies to private persons that I knew of non-eBay, because all my eBay sales were all crap, to be honest.
You get some good bargains in the various Facebook trading groups, though.
Yeah, that's what
compared to eBay.
To be honest.
Also, I've got a new release to show everybody.
Dun, dun, dun.
Check this out.
Everybody did it on cue.
Look at that. Cyborg female dwarves.
Whoa.
Wow, and they're not
They actually look.
clad.
No, they're
They
not
actually look
scantily clad.
female.
They're not
That's
wearing
amazing.
chainmail bikinis, so they'd be perfect for the dice bag ladies.
I
Sensible
like the
female
Princess
miniatures.
Leia buns. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a few of the earlier ones, actually.
A whole unit of them.
I like those.
Yeah, they're really nice. I like them a lot. How much are they, please?
I don't know. Oops, wrong picture. There we go. There they are again. Some different weapons I've got there.
They're real cool.
There should be like 20 to 25 quid, I think, because one was like 6 or 7 euro back then when I bought them. So the unit might be around that.
They're usually fairly expensive cyborg, but they are also incredibly high quality.
And you get the
Yeah,
bases
they are.
with it, don't you? You get those special bases as well.
Yes, those are really nice.
Yeah,
Really nice.
so it is really good that you're getting a sexy base and the actual.
They're definitely at the premium end of the market in terms of quality and price.
Yeah.
Is that set for 5 or for 10?
It's for 20.
Oh, 20?
20 plus,
Yeah,
yeah.
they usually sell them
That's-
in regiments.
Seems like a good price if it's only 20 quid then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know.
exactly how much they are. I could check, I suppose, couldn't I?
Might be worthwhile.
Yeah, staying
I'll do that
20.
now.
Actually use one of the bigger bases for my Mechanicum Magus. She's standing on one of those just to be a bit higher of her base, which is really neat.
Okay, here we go. You get 10 of them, and it is 29 euros. So what's that, about 20, 25 pounds?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's about £2.50 per model, which is about
It's a little bit, yeah.
it's about standard. If you're looking at like Games Workshop models, you're paying about £3 sometimes per model.
Yes.
So
It's good.
it's not outrageous by any means.
Yeah.
Anyone else got anything to share?
I know that the Tooth Fairy is out by Broken Toad.
That is a cute model. That's
Actually,
not cute, but it's a
find
scary it's a scary model. That's really cool looking.
I'll
That's
go
what
find
I'm
it.
saying.
I haven't seen it yet. This would be interesting.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Give a
Broken
picture of that one.
Toad.
Oh, by the way, Graham Collin has left another comment. Fishmen? I thought Tau were supposed to be cows, he says.
What?
Ah.
What?
What?
Ah,
I don't get
I
it.
wouldn't know.
There
Space
we go.
cows.
Screen share this. Boom. Broken
Next week.
Toad.
Is that the Tooth Fairy? No.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks great.
that's cool.
I think that. Ooh, look at the blood on that. Eh.
If I don't share all my Facebook messages,
You're
Yeah.
good at that, aren't you?
yeah, really good. Oh, here, I know someone who's just started painting it.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
It's quite grotesque, isn't it?
It's
In the best
amazing.
way possible.
It's
so
very
beautiful.
creepy. Yeah. I think the
proper
tooth would, if you didn't have the tooth covered with blood, it would probably be the hardest thing to make look good.
So yeah, that's that
As a
beast.
painter, that was my opinion. But I think the blood can camouflage a lot of that.
We have some more comments from somebody named Brendan Duffy,
Wow.
who says that he had a look at Shoshie's Facebook page the other day and was very impressed, and the skin tones were amazing.
That's great. Some of my fans know that because I had this one hassle-free mini that I had a commission for, and she's topless, and so she kind of had a little viral effect. And one of the things I got the most comments was great skin tones.
I
So
think she was also missing her pants too. So you just
she had a
forgot to
little
put on her
she had a little
pants.
thing. Yeah, she had a little tiny pair of metal underwear, and that was it.
I didn't even see that. It was so tiny.
Yeah, but that one that got a lot of likes. Like I think
wonderful.
one of the posts got like 300 likes in one day. That was pretty big deal.
He also complimented my Dark Angel army as well. He said that
Ah.
they're very nice. So
Are they topless too?
my Dark Angels are not topless.
I see.
No.
They are very sensibly dressed.
Wow. So I don't know what colour schemes go for my towel. I think
Pink.
there's some sort of blue, I think. Original.
Orange, that usually gets rolled
not even
out.
orange.
Not orange.
They're already a little bit orange, just the default towel colour.
I don't want them orange. Everyone does them orange.
Go for aqua.
But oh, go ahead.
Go for aqua blue, so they look kind of like you got wavy patterns and stuff. Not like actual waves, but like underwater effect and stuff like that. That would be sick.
Rainbow
Aqua.
towel.
Aqua.
Aqua towel.
What about corn towel? So they're all like in red with spikes on them.
I don't know anything about Tau, but I'm currently doing a War Machine army that has a Tron kind of color. So it has blues, but it also has black and the kind of like glowy effect. I don't know if that would work for Tau.
It would, but I'm not called Shoshie, so it wouldn't work. So, trains. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that.
Trains, yeah.
Trains. No, it's a really good idea. That's really good. But yeah, don't know. The red idea could be good. You bit like Iron Man's. Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
like
do that.
Like what Moggy does. Just Iron
Do
Man
that.
though. Oh my god, that'd be so sick. And if anyone beat me, I'd just cry.
Oh,
You can't kill me, I'm Iron Man. Down, 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 down. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Trains.
there you
On
go.
that note, shall we discuss what we've been working on and hold it up to the camera with our hand behind it in a really crude manner?
Yeah, of course.
Focus
I
it.
got all my stuff already ready.
Mhm.
Have you?
Remus talking about furry man nipples.
We were talking
Well,
about what?
that's Graham for you.
Yes. I think
I'll show you guys what I've been working on, if it's okay.
Yeah,
So I have the Demon Girl,
That actually
And-
focuses really well for some reason.
Yeah.
because she's got really bright colors and there's a lot of contrast. Her skin is very pale and she's got this beautiful bright red. And
And your
then,
camera might just not be crap.
yeah, maybe. And then I haven't painted them yet, but I've got them primed. These are called the Witch Coven. Those actually show up pretty well.
Which coven are they though?
They're they're Cricks. That's the name of their faction. And then I've got two of these I think they're Ripsaw or Bone Rippers. I can't remember the name of them. War Machine players, don't give them out of me. And this is the
Think that
Egregore. I've actually started painting the metal on the Egregore.
That
It's like
looks
this-
like. Is anyone familiar with Mad Balls?
Yes.
Yeah,
It looks a lot like one of those.
It's
Yeah.
true.
the Egregore is like this magic soul thing that they use to focus their magic.
Right, they focus on like their balls and that brings all their magic out pretty much. I see.
Right?
Magic balls!
Oh, and I have one other thing to show you. Somebody sent me a confrontation mini as a commission, and this is a Wolfen. So, and I've always wanted to paint a confrontation mini, so I'm excited about that too.
Ooh.
That's neat.
Right then. Who's next? Spud, I saw you testing out your focus a minute ago.
Yeah. So anyway,
Not on balls though.
I've done loads. I'm not even kidding. So I've been creating these beasts for like Kings of War. Obviously, it's not going to focus.
Do you have your book handy?
I haven't. No. Oh, what a disappointment.
There you go.
I think we kind of get the gist
Just
of
it,
it.
isn't it? Let me find my. Let's find one of these. Here I am. Boom.
Yes.
There you go. Yay!
Right, let's
Oh, I
see.
need to do
Let's
one
see
of
if you can
those.
hold
That's
it
a
still
great
enough.
idea. So is that actually his head,
Right
or
there,
is that
stop.
like?
Yeah,
Don't move. Don't move ever again.
There
Right,
you
that's one. Yeah. And then
Delicious.
put that down. I've actually checked this out.
Nice.
That looks cool.
I got 3 of them done in the base. That guy has got a spear in his face, in his belly.
Nice.
Got those 3 beasts done. Whoa, fudge. I'm not finished yet. I've got these 3 actually built and done.
Very mushroomy.
I like that.
Inflict some pain on toast. Oh, I've not even nearly finished. So then I've got this beast done. That's my.
What is that? That is so. What is it?
That is a banished knight from Wargaming.
It's like
That
a
is-
little goblin with a spear.
That is awesome. I love
So we've
that.
got that little guy. There's a lot more elaborate photos on Facebook, and then last but not least, I've got a little story about these guys as well. They're pretty funny. And I've got this bad man.
With a stick.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
So I've been working alongside Jason Martin. If anyone knows him, he's not a big
Yeah,
deal. He hasn't won like
he's
those
awesome.
Golden Demons and competitions and stuff. But yeah, I've
He's a
been
really good
working,
guy.
not working, but like talking to him, sending photos and stuff on my stuff and saying, oh, what do you think I could do about helping this make it better and stuff. But anyway, today, someone come up to measure my ceiling to see if they could fix my ceiling and everything. Anyway, so I said to my uncle, I said, if they break my models, I will find where they live and I will blow the car up. Because like my banished knight, you can't actually buy it.
Yeah.
You know, my other things it wouldn't bother, but like I nearly actually put I was thinking about taking it to school with me. Just so like, you know, no one could break it.
Well,
Put
I'm
in a
about
little metal safe.
Yeah, in the school safe. So, like, I've been working on. I've nearly finished these as well now. I haven't got my
Oh,
books,
those are
but-
great.
Oh, I focused straight away. Boom. So yeah,
Good.
I've nearly finished. I've nearly done them 3 now. They're looking well fit. And I ordered all my bases the other day. For the rest of my Kings of War army. And I knew my bases because I could hear it and I shook it around. And the first thing I did, I opened it like. Oh yeah.
delicious burnt
What is
wood.
that? Is that resin? Are you smelling resin?
Oh, burnt wood.
Oh,
It's MDF smell.
It's
I don't even-
literally-
Laser cut smell.
oh my goodness. I never
And then,
would
another
think of
delicious
doing
thing. Shoshie showed me pictures of cheesecake. So the day after, I bought cheesecake and I ate for breakfast this morning.
Yep.
Not even bothered
There you
because
go,
I'm an adult.
folks. If you send Spud a picture of something, the next day he will eat it.
Okay, I'll think about that. We'll have to send you some Taco Bell and see if you can find some in the UK.
So yeah, cheesecake for breakfast. Adults can eat cheesecake for breakfast.
Well, here's what I've been doing.
Straight.
This isn't going to focus at all, but you can just about
Indeed.
see these incredibly blue Orknar. And
They're
if you
called
look at the
egg yolk.
bulkiness of those metal arms, so I decided the best thing to do, you know what, I'm just going to pin them straight to the base instead of messing around with them in the air. So as many arms as possible have been attached to the base,
Sure
including
thing.
that guy.
In
Look at the
relics.
dancing he's doing there.
In relics, that is the faction I do.
Okay.
Just move forward and hit things,
Okay.
and that's it. Don't do nothing else. And people play other factions, and I'm like, why would he concentrate on shooting and doing magic and stuff? It's well boring when you can just run things forward and just go, you're dead.
Yep.
Come at me, bro.
A
That's why I
no
want
nonsense
trolls.
approach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not my fault I'm a caveman.
You would really like Troll Bloods.
I
You
know,
would really
mate,
like them.
All the things. I nearly bought a Mountain King the other day
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, literally like just a course
Mm-hmm.
on toast, they're amazing. They're just so fit.
I saw the Mountain King recently. He's got like little whelps growing out of him,
I know,
and
it's
he's
so
got these
cute.
like little faces and a little guy swinging from a chain.
It looks so fit. Maybe when I've nearly finished all these, and I'm doing quite well. I'm going to run out of models. You know.
Yeah.
That drawer, I'm on my second set of drawers. Like that's half full, and that's totally full of models. So I'm halfway.
Oh my.
So
There you go.
I'm sure a few
Any
members of our
more stuff?
audience are on their second set of drawers tonight as well.
Yeah.
no, not set of drawers. Just the actual drawer. All the stuff's basing and paints and.
I got it.
Spud, would you say that model you were talking about is pain on toast?
Hashtag pain on toast. Oh no, the troll. No, it's intercourse on toast. The troll king.
That sounds...
Erotic. I know.
It sounds like there would be crumbs.
That's the whole point. Because it's like after you finished, there's still some left.
Right.
That makes no sense.
Let's look at some more models. Andy, do you have some more models to show?
Nope, it's all just Orknar, so they'd just be blue blobs. And once you've seen one, you've seen them all pretty much until they have more colours on them.
Mr. Elston.
Okay, I've mainly been building. I haven't really been painting much. So,
Yeah, that's what I did. I've just built and undercoated stuff all week.
so we got tank.
Oh, that's my favourite space marine tank.
That's really cool. I want that.
That's pretty.
So,
Is it going to have any kind of decals or anything on it?
yeah, it's gonna be pre-heresy Thousand Suns. So they're like they're kind of like Egyptian magic people, space marines. Actually. So it's gonna have loads of kind of pedigree and weird stuff all over it. So, but
That's
yeah,
cool.
that's when I get to it. Built this guy. If I can get him. I'm just going through the 40k stuff, and then we'll go on to some of the other cool stuff. Which, this dude, big dreadnought.
That's cool.
Isn't that the overcompensated class dreadnought?
Oh yeah, yeah. Super, like, yeah, I'm covered in armor. I'm gonna have massive guns and still little kind of piddly legs. Yeah, looks like it's just gonna fall over. Kind of been painting these guys a bit. I don't know if this is gonna show up at all.
Hold it back just a little bit.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's about right. Yes. There we go.
yeah.
Turn it around.
Is that the Mark II Scarecrow armour?
This is all like robot-y dudes.
I like that.
Now we're getting into some of the cool stuff we've been putting together. Let's see if this guy shows up.
We have some legs right here. Oh no, it's actually a guy.
So
Is that a wooden mask?
yeah, this is are they called jungle gremlins from?
Arkworld.
Oh yeah.
So I think they're called headhunters, those ones. But I'll try and find another one.
Yeah, they're like kind of evil monster pygmies, aren't they?
Yeah, I like the tiki masks.
Yeah.
So crazy look.
All that stuff's really sick.
Yeah, I've got his little. They got a boss dude, which is like on a death kiwi.
Yeah. Kiwis.
I don't know what it is, but it's definitely on toast.
On toast.
Looks like a chocobo or something like that. Like
With
oh
face.
no, I see it has front legs.
Yeah, like Spud as well. Also got them. Little banished knight from
Mhm.
Relic.
I wonder how we got that.
Focusing at all, but well, yeah, I've already seen one of them. What else? This. Little,
That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
What is that?
The jungle troll.
that's like the heavy support for those little gremlin things. It's like a troll
Ah.
Is he
forest.
scratching his back, or does he have a weapon back there?
He has a butt.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna be awesome to paint. You should. He looks like an orangutan. Maybe you should give him red hair.
Ooh,
Or
that's
maybe you should just paint him with a big red butt like a baboon.
Yeah.
That could be quite interesting. I've also been dabbling with infinity models. So I've been painting up some of these.
That looks cool.
What material is that made from?
This is all metal.
Ooh.
Ooh, that is dangerous.
Yeah. The light in here is not great, so painting wise. There's other bits. I've been working on the AVP stuff, but that's all downstairs, and the Thousand Suns are all downstairs as well. So that's kind of me.
Well,
Alright.
have we seen anything from the Dreader yet?
No. The only stuff I have here is my version of the Myrmidons, which Elston is also painting right now, just like the converted version of mine. I used some Forge World Renegade Ogrins and converted them with all kinds of stuff to make some heavy weapons, servitors with experimental Xenos weaponry. I'm pretty sure it won't show up at all because my lighting is terrible. Let's do it like this. And there you go. There you go.
That's not bad. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we can see just about.
There's one guy, and I started painting them. I'm on the third color right now. So I'm in the process of making these while listening to the Mechanicum audiobook, which I'm actually more fond of than I thought, even though Graham McNeil wrote it, and I'm not his biggest fan, but it works. And here's the guy with the Mega Man arm, the Mega Buster arm.
Cool.
And the last one pretty much just has a Night Spinner Elder weapon on his side with a bit of modification. There you go.
Yeah. You have been quite busy though, apart from that, haven't you? Finishing off that Kings of War army.
I did pretty much a speed painting to finish my Kings of War army in time for last Wednesday. Yesterday, actually, when we had our big Kings of War night, and everyone wants to play Kings of War now, more than 40k, and I support that, so yeah, that's cool.
That's my fault.
Actually won the game.
I started doing Kings of War and it just went mental.
I played Kings of War before, it was cool. There you
True.
go.
By the way, Graham Cullen apparently had pink Tau back in the day.
Oh.
And also, he says that he wasn't joking and that Tau are actually cows. That's what they're supposed to be.
Okay.
Communist cows.
That's funny.
I don't know. I don't know what a communist is. Sounds good.
Udders on them.
I don't know not about politics. A communist sounds like a Russian. Oh.
Right. Let's talk about politics.
You have permission to invoke trains right now if you want, Spud.
Yeah, trains, please.
Friends.
And
Trains.
so, any other good comments?
Nope, not really. Graham Cullen talking about man nipples again.
Wow.
Oh, I guess I don't.
Trains. Instant trains.
Friends.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there we go. It's been an emotional roller coaster, hasn't it?
Most
Been going over an hour.
Oh yeah. An hour already? How fast? It just goes so much faster when you're having fun.
Was it fun? Was it good?
Yeah. Learning new things, as always.
It's been
Right.
deliciousness on toast, hasn't it, Spud?
Yeah. With a hashtag of base and pain.
Yeah.
With an injection of love.
Now
Wow.
we do have another episode coming up this weekend, don't we? That we should tell the audience about.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so this weekend we have Panzerfaust on.
Yes.
No, well, yeah, we're talking about Panzerfaust, the new upcoming game that's coming through very, very soon. We're gonna have Mr. Rob Alderman on and gonna have some in-depth conversations about mechanics, about background and stuff like that about the game. So we're pretty interesting and obviously learning lots of new things because I don't have a clue about it as always. So it'll be good. Next week we don't have a guest at this very moment, but we will do. And then the week after we're gonna have a week off.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. And to be honest, I'm not going to be there next week, so if no one turns up, I understand. But yeah, I won't be there next week.
We're going to make sure that it's the highest viewed episode of all time, just so we can show you when you get back.
It'll get Matt Ward on. That would be sick. I would actually just leave the course. I wouldn't actually do it. To be honest, I have to do this course. It's like a paediatric intense first aid course, and I've got to do it.
Would you be on the show with Matt Ward while on the course, though? Would you just
That
have
would
your
be amazing,
phone under
yeah.
the table?
Yeah. And today we're going to be doing. I'll just have to wear my headphones and just like.
Yeah, we could learn about emergency medical procedures while
like
also...
laugh
I'll keep my mic muted just so I look like over there.
Andy, do you think we might be able to get our new 2 like special chillers to make an appearance on that Gap week?
Ooh, I don't know, we might.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
for anyone interested, we're planning something very exciting that the world may not be ready for. So that's all we can say about it at the moment.
Is that the week I'm not here?
Pipettes.
It'll have nothing to do with that, I assure you.
Is it the week that I'm not here as well?
People should keep their eyes on the Facebook very closely over the next week or two.
Something new.
Yes, do that.
Even
If not,
I
you
don't
get
know
a
nothing
pipette
about it,
animal.
so it must be a secret because even I know about it.
Also, anyone that's just watching this live show and doesn't actually look at all the other videos on this channel, maybe you should go and check out some of the wonderful UK Games Expo coverage.
Yes,
Yep.
there's at least 10.
Or if you're just painting, just go check out some of the other interesting interviewy kind of things that we have on here as well.
Yes, you
And
certainly
go
should
check
do that.
over Shoshie's magnificent painting on Facebook.
Yeah, it's facebook.com/Shoshi's Minis if you want the short version.
I actually, every time I have to look at my thing to see if I'm saying it right. Shoshie.
Shoshi.
Shoshie.
Well, whilst Bud's busy looking at his thing, I think we should probably wrap this one up.
Wow, trains.
Great.
So guys, I would like to thank every single person that's watched this live, every person that's going to watch this afterwards. Special thank you to Mr. Andy, Dreddy and Elson, and an extra special cheesecake ending to Mr.
Breaking news, everybody.
Ms. Shoshie, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It was great.
Anytime. It's been a great, it's been an experience for you.
An emotional roller coaster.
Yes.
So, guys, thank you very much. Love you all. Stay safe. And don't forget to subscribe and like and all that delicious toastness.
Keep it chilled, everybody.
Peace out.
Bye.